Hey there, this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. We're playing a game of APBA using the advanced fielding system. I did a little bit of a tutorial on how to use it. It's very, very simple. And so right now I'm just going to play the game. So here's George Foster. It's 25, and that's an 8. He's a D pitcher. That's line. Base hit. So Foster's on with a single. He's on at first. His fielding is an S. So we'll write that in just to remember. So we're going to play it safe with him. We're going to go station to station. I always do that with 51. That's going to be a 9. That's going to be a base hit, and runner will hold for first and second. So the first two runners are in the bottom of the second. The Reds are down 2-0. It's the 79 San Francisco Giants versus 79 Cincinnati Reds. Let me go over the lineup, see if you recognize any of these names. North, Whitfield, Madlock, Clark, Evans, Ivy, Hill, Metzger, Montefusco for the Giants. Then for the Reds, it's Griffey, Concepcion, Morgan, Foster, Dreesen, Bench, Auerbach, Geronimo, and Hume. It's hard to believe that the Reds did not, get into the playoffs or get into the World Series beyond 1976. I'm surprised because they had a tremendous team. The Dodgers, I guess, had a better team because they had really good pitching. Runners on first and second. Here comes Johnny Bench. He's a big boy. And that's going to be a 62 and a 38. Oh, goodness, that's an odd number. So first and second with a 32, and that's a 38, and that's going to be out of first. They are 3. San Francisco's fielding 3. Out of first, runners advance 1 base, 3-1. Pitcher injured, covering. Oh, my God, I don't play injuries. Don't have time for that. Life is too short for me. 3-1, so both runners will advance. I'm going to write. That's the 6th place batter. So I put 6, and then I put 6. So we know who advanced them. All right, so infield is going to be back. Auerbach with an 11. That's going to be a 0. So we're going to take it to the second column, and that's a drive. Gets a hold of one. Grabs that wheelhouse pitch and drives it. And that's going to be a 21. That's going to be one hop off the wall. 1 run comes in. George Foster scores, and right behind him is Dan Dreesen. And into second base with a 2-run double with 1 out here in the bottom of the second, tying up the game is Rick Auerbach. Believe it or not. Not a very good hitter. 4-5. So I do a 4 and I do a 5. He picks up 2 RBIs. He's out at second with 1 out. Here comes Geronimo again. Montefusco was a terrible pitcher that year. He has no rating. In other words, nothing stops hits. 31. That's a 14. Ball 4. So Geronimo walks. Here comes the pitcher, and he's going to bunt. Now the bunting in the old boards, you had a board and a book with like 8 pages for bunting. Here, they've it's all in one book, thank God. So runners on at first and second, and we're going to bunt. This is how you do it. That's a 22, and that's going to say first on catcher's interference, fills the bases. E2, no at-bat charge to batter. Wow, I didn't even know that. Okay, so E2, bases are loaded. No at-bat. I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how to write that in. So bases are loaded on an error by the catcher interference. And it's going to be Ken Griffey again. I don't know what to do. We got a terrible pitcher, and there's nothing. He's not going to stop anything, so it's all luck. Great Griffey. 62 is a 26. We're playing the infield back, so it's probably going to just be a fielder's choice. Our second baseman is a 6, so he's terrible. So we got to go to bases loaded on fielding column 3 at 26. The infield back, it's 4-6, fielder's choice, run scores. All right. 4-6, fielder's choice. Auerbach scores, and he's number 7. So runners first and third now. It's Concepcion. So Auerbach scored. So that's 3 runs are in. So it's 3-2 Reds. And we're going to play the corners in the middle halfway. Hopefully we can get a double play. And that's a 36, a 33 with first and third. That's the thing with APBA. There's a lot of page turning. Not necessary. They could have done it a different way, but they decided not to. 33s pop up to the second baseman. And that is Madlock calling for it. Makes the catch. 2 out. And here comes Morgan. Joe Morgan, lefty batter, probably the top second baseman in history. top 5, I'd say. Bottom in terms of all the tools, speed, power, fielding, everything. Bonham, Texas, that's where he's from. 5'7", 165 pounds. But man, he had some pop. All right, so it's first and third, 2 outs. Let's see if Montefusco can get out of this inning. And 52, he will get out of the inning with a 27. First and third with 27. Could be a strikeout of some kind. I don't know. So that's why I got to look. 27. It's going to be a strikeout, like I said. So Montefusco picks up his second strikeout, but he really got roughed up in that inning. He gave up 3 hits, a walk. You had the error there. Fielder's choice didn't help. Anyway, all right. So it's how many runs they score? 1, 2, 3. 3 runs, so they lead it now. 3 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And we go to the top of the third. See if we can get on a roll, right? On a roll. Let me push. No. Oh. All right. I see that there. Here goes. Bill North. 66, and that's going to be rolling on the second column. Definitely a hit. A 55. That's a drive way back, and that ball's gone. Bill North hits a home run here. So he must have had 1 or 2 home runs that season. And it's 3-3. Yikes. Bill North with a home run. Now, that's hard to do. Here's Terry Whitfield. I don't know if you guys remember him. He was a pretty good hitter. Another 66. What? That's a 0 with the second column. We're going to go to second. What? And that's a drive off the wall. And digging around second, digging for third is Whitfield. Here's the relay and a tag, and he is safe at third with a triple. Yikes. So Terry Hume, or Tom Hume, he's getting hammered here, starting off the top of the third inning. One thing about these Digi-Dugout score sheets is that their numbers appear so small. You can I need a magnifying glass to see them. Bill Madlock with a runner on third. We're going to play they're going to play the infield in. It's 14. That's ball 4. First and third. Still nobody out. Next is Jack Clark. They're going to continue. We're going to play the corners in, middle halfway for double play. A 35. That's ball 4. That loads the bases. What a game this is. All I'm doing is rolling like really good numbers for APBA. Here's Darrell Evans, the bases loaded. Now we're playing everybody back. And that's going to be a 64. That's strike 3 and gets him with a curveball. Big strikeout for Tom Hume. And here is, now it's Mike Ivy's up next. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Bases loaded. 51. Corners in. Middle halfway. 51 on a 9. And he is a 9. So that's going to be, let's see what happens. Remember, 7 to 11 are the hits. First and third, right? Did we have? No, we had the bases loaded. Bases loaded. And he is a C pitcher, so the 9 fly out runner scores. It's a sac fly. To 7 run scores. So it's 4-3 now, Giants. And who's that 2? The RBI was number 2 comes in, so we're just right batter 2. So Ivy picks up an RBI with a fly out to deep left field. And here's Mark Hill, 25. That's going to be an out, first and second. That's going to be with first and second, a 9 against the C pitcher. Should be an out, and I'll show you that. A 9 is a out at first, 5-3. I just write. There we go. So they picked up 2 runs on 1-2, 2 hits. And now it's going to be 4-3 Giants. Crazy game. I'm going to have to start going to the bullpen. All right. George Foster leading off the bottom of the third inning. Wow. 56, and that's strike 3. And he chased one in the dirt. Foster heads back to the bench with the bat on his shoulders, and here's a 21. And that's a drive to the opposite field. Left center field, and drifting over is Whitfield and under it for out number 2. So Dreesen flies out to left center. Here's John Bench. And that's a 35, and that's going to be ball 4. So that's a walk by Montefusco. Montefusco so far has walked 2, struck out 2, 3. Struck out 3, walk 2. Pitch. It's a 30, and that's a fly out to left. So no runs, no hits, so walk, 1 left. Still 4-3. We got top of the 4th inning. All right, we're in the top of the 4th. Score's 4-3. Giants, and it's Roger Metzger leading off, 62, and that is bounced to second, picked up by Morgan. Morgan over to first. Dreesen, 1 down. Montefusco struggling today. That's a 21. That's a weird number. And a 21, these guys, Cincinnati's a fielding column 1. 21 is going to be a single down the right field line. So a single for the pitcher. And lineup turns over. Top of the order, Bill North. And that's a 15, and that's the line base hit. That'll send Montefusco to third. And he's going to steal second. Second stolen base for North today. Second and third, only 1 out. Here's a pitch, a 36. That's a 14. That's going to load the bases. That's got to be it for Hume. He's out. And Bear, Norman, it's a bunch of guys that they were using. So let me take a quick look. I'm not going to even go off. I'm going to bring in Doug Bear. He's a C. He'll be a B for the first batter. That's one of the advanced options, I guess you want to call it that. So the new pitcher for the Reds is going to be Bear. And he's going to be a CX. He's going to come in and face Madlock. With the bases loaded. Going to keep the infield back. And that's a 44. That's not what you want. But he moves up a grade because it's his first batter in the middle of an inning. So that's going to be an out of some kind with the bases loaded. Under a beat, it's going to be a sac fly to center field. So scoring will be Montefusco. So first and second, and 2 outs now. Up comes Gary Clark. Pitch. Oh, jeez. And that's a 35. That's ball 4. Actually, yep, because he has no Z or anything like that. So that's definitely a walk. Second walk to Clark. Bases are loaded. So let's move everybody up. North is at third. Whitfield's at second. And at first is Clark. Here's Evans. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a 66. That's going to be a 29 with the bases loaded. They are a 1 fielding column, a 29, and that's going to be a fly to. Oh, no, it's a bouncer. Nope, he's got an X. That's a strikeout. And you can see that right there, 29 goes an X, and he does have an X, so that's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So only 1 run comes in, and it's 5-3. So the Giants pick up another run on 2 hits and a couple of walks, and it's going to be Geronimo. Montefusco against Geronimo, 32. Bounced up the middle, but Matlock gets there and throws out Geronimo. Pitcher's going to bat. Going to let him bat. And that's a 25, and that'll be a strikeout. Griffey with 2 outs, and that'll be a 23. It's bounced short. Easy play for Metzger, and he throws out Griffey. 3 up, 3 down. That was a super easy inning from Montefusco. It was pretty terrible. And here's Evans, 63, and that's a fly ball, right field. Backing up is Griffey, 1 step on the warning track, and he makes the catch. So Evans gave it a ride. Was that Evans? No, that was Ivy. And here's Mark Hill with a 12. That'll be a strikeout. Let me double check at 12. Nobody on. Just to, I can go 4 or 5 months without playing this game, so I just double check a lot of things just to make sure. Most of them I know already. Base is empty. Okay, base is empty at 12 is it was a 25. That was a strikeout. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Here's Metzger, and that is a 42, and that'll be a strikeout. So no runs. Ooh. No runs, no hits. None left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. APBA, great little game, one of my favorites. It's just a fun game, and that's a strikeout. So Concepcion chases a ball outside the zone. Montefusco's looking good. Here's he spoke too soon. Ball forward to Joe Morgan. George Foster. Oh, and that ball's a drive to left field, way back, and that ball is gone. And that's it for Montefusco. This game is tied at 5 apiece. So it's a 2-run home run for George Foster. Drives in 3 and 4. And we're going to go to the bullpen. Montefusco, let's see who we can grab here. We can grab Griffin and Roberts. I think I saw Griffin. I got an extra player. He's like a square card, which is the extra player. Tomlin is there. He's a lefty. Who do we got coming up? Dreesen. All right, we'll bring in the lefty. And you know what? We are going to... Oh, all right. I slowed it down a little bit, and I pulled Griffin, not Tomlin. Tomlin's on the Reds. It's Griffin, who's in there against the Reds here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Stan Dreesen against James Griffin, who's a C and an X. Johnny Lamaster, who's a double switch with Johnny Lamaster coming in. That's 16. That's a 12. That's going to be a ground ball third. One away. Or 2 out, I'm sorry. And here's John Bench. So Griffin in there. Winds and deals, and that's a 15. And line base hit for John Bench. 1 for 2 for Johnny Bench. Here's Auerbach. And a 62 is going to be a 27 with a runner on first, which is going to be a strikeout against an ex-pitcher, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs come in, and they tie the game on 2 hits, and we go to the top of the 6th. So Johnny Lamaster is leading it off. There's a part of a double switch. He's the shortstop for Metzger's out. And it's a 44, and that against the C pitcher, that's ripped to center for a base hit. So Johnny Lamaster picks up a single, sitting on the bench the whole day, picks up a single. It's going to be North, and we're going to bunt with North. Going to grab that chart again, the bunt chart. There it is, runner sacrifice bunt, runner on first, and that's a 54, and that's on North of 32, and that's going to be a good bunt to the third baseman, over to first. The runner moves up. One out. Runner in scoring position, Whitfield with a 12. Uh-oh, that's going to be trouble because they are fielding column 1. And with a runner on second, that's going to be a second double play. Hit line drive to oh no, it's going to be actually runner on set. Yep, it's going to be a 6-6-4. So it's the same thing that happened earlier. So it's a 6-6-4 double play, and that gets the Reds out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, and we go to the bottom of the 6th, 5-5, tied at 5-5. It's Geronimo, the pitcher. And then top of the order, here's Geronimo with a 55, and against a C pitcher, that's going to be hard hit ground ball and past the diving shortstop into left field for a single. So the pitcher's up, he's going to square, and that's going to be a 24, which is a 13. That's a strike. And he's going to square again, and that's a 32, and that's going to be a good bunt. It's a good bunt at 26. I can guarantee you that. So with a runner on first, 26 is going to be 3-4. So bounced to or bunted to the first baseman for the out. It shouldn't be Hume. It should have been Bear, and Bear has 26 there as well. So it's all good. It's all good. So good bunt, and Griffey's up, top of the order. Kenny Griffey, who's 0 for 3 today. With the pitch, and it's a 41, and that's, I think, actually with a runner at second, I think it's a pop-up. 24, fielding column 3, 24 is a pop-up to short. For out number 2, and here comes Concepcion. Remember, the game's tied at 5. Whoa! Here comes Concepcion. He's 0 for 3 today, and a 42 is going to be a base on balls. A lot of base on balls in this game. That's going to put runners on first and second. So Griffin finds himself in a tight spot here with runners on first and second and 2 out, and Joe Morgan, the lefty, coming to bat. There's a pitch, and that's going to be a 62, a 29, maybe a strikeout with first and second. 29. It's going to be nope. It's a grounder right back to the mound and picked up by Griffin over to first, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and we move to the top of the 7th inning. Let's do this. It's a 34. That's a drive to center field. On the run is the center fielder Geronimo, and he catches up to it for out number 1. So Madlock gave it a ride. Clark with the 36, and that's 33. And the 33, fielding column 1, is going to be, I think it's all the same. It's going to be a pop-up to second. Infield pop-up. And here's Darren Evans. Evans today's a double play and 2 strikeouts. Not having a great day. A 64, strike 3, and that's his 3rd strikeout of the day. So that's one of those guys that you're rooting for him, and he's not doing anything. So it's 5-5. We're going into the bottom of the 7th. It's a 7th inning stretch, so I'm going to stretch a little bit. All right, we are back, and it's 5-5. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. This has turned into insomniac baseball. I took a 2-hour power nap, and it's about, 1:45. So I have to be extra quiet because otherwise I'll end up in the doghouse. Foster's up. And Foster today hit a 2-run home run and a single, so he's 2 for 3. Showing off his power using APBA. APBA Basic with the optional advanced defensive rules. Did a short tutorial on that. It's going to be a 35, and that's going to be a 9. The pitcher is Griffin. He's a C. So that will be an out. It'll be a pop-up to third base. Have that memorized. And it's Dan Dreesen. Dreesen today is 1 for 3 with a run scored. 25-10, and that's ripped to center for base hit. So Dreesen's on with a single. Johnny Bench, good power on Johnny Bench. A 1 at 66 and a home run with a runner on first at 11. So this is a dangerous batter, and that is a 33, and that's going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Dreesen, if he's fast, will score, and he does score. RBI double for John Bench, drives in batter number 5. So we'll write that in like that. Picks up an RBI, and he'll be 2 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be it for Griffin. I'm going to pull him for, you know what, we're going to bring in Gary Lavelle. We're going to bring in somebody really good. See if we can win this game. He's an XZ, and he's a B pitcher. He'll become an A for this one batter. It's Rick Auerbach with a runner on second. Here's a pitch. That's a 15, and that's going to be a 9 against an A with a runner on second. It should be an out. Against an A pitcher, a 9 will be a out at first. Hit the short. And I believe the runner advances on that. Simply because it's a hit that's taken away. Yep. So up the middle, runner John Bench advances. And it's 2 outs. And here comes Cesar Geronimo. Ow, we just got 34 with a runner on third. And a 34 there, fielding column 3. And that's a pop up to the right side. First baseman Mike Ivy makes the catch. And that retires the side. We are going to bring in a new pitcher for the Reds. Bring in Fred Norman. And Norman will bat let me take a quick look. We're going to bring in Ray Knight for Arbach. And he will take up this spot here. Third base. And the pitcher will go here, so it's a double switch. And Knight is in there now. Nice thing about APBA, it's got those nice big cards where you can really see clearly what's going on the card. It's going to be Mike Ivy leading off, top of the 9th against, the top of the 8th against Fred Norman. Let's write Norman in. Oh, that's a second reliever. The first reliever was Bear. Now it's Norman. Norman is CZ. All right, let's do it. Mike Ivy. And that's a base on balls to Ivy. He's on at first. Next is Hill. We're going to get a bunt. Got to get up at 5:30 actually today. I'm traveling, so I'll be rolling from. I'll be on the road tomorrow. Here's a bunt. He squares, and it's a 15. This is the bunt chart with a runner on first. That's a hit by pitch. No relation to how often the batter or the pitcher does that, but it's a hit by pitch. It's just it's the nature of the beast. All right, sounds good. They figure that at least the batter got hit once and the pitcher at least hit somebody once, right? All right, so now we have the new pitcher, Gary Lavelle, is going to bunt. And that's going to be a 23, which is a 28. Oh, wait, yeah. Hold on a second. I rolled a 15, which was a 9. Wait a second. I did that wrong. I'm sorry. I rolled a 9. That would have been a good sacrifice. And I still make mistakes. Even though I've played this for many years, I haven't played it for a few months. So let me just get rid of that. So it's a good sacrifice. Runner will move up. And now you have Mark Hill with a 23, and that's a 28. He's a 10, so that's going to be a grounder short. They're going to hold the runner at second. And I can almost guarantee you that because shortstop Concepcion is a 9. So he'll be fielding column 1 with a runner at second. That should hold the runner at second. Let's double check. And the 28 says runner holds, just like I said. You can see that right there. So I do remember certain things. All right, so that's 2 outs, runner on second. And here's Johnny LeMaster. Metzger's out. LeMaster's single in his first at bat, but here he's going to strike out, and that'll end the inning. So, good inning for Norman. And no runs, no hits. Oh, down here, 1 run and 2 hits. So it's 6-5 Reds. No runs, no hits. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Ray Knight leading off. And that is a 12, which is bounced to third. Picked up by Darrell Evans, who throws out Knight, 1 down. Let me double check just to make sure. Yep. Here's Ken Griffey, 56. And Lavelle is an X, so 56 is going to be a pop-up to shortstop. Who's that over there? That's Johnny LeMaster. He waits for the ball, calls for it, makes the catch. 2 down. And now it's Dave Concepcion with a 62, which is a 23, which is an odd number. 23 on fielding column 1 with nobody on. Is a 23. There's going to be an error on the shortstop. So Johnny LeMaster boots it, and that's going to put Concepcion on at first. With Joe Morgan coming up, Morgan today is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch with 2 outs, 53. That's another error number on an 18 on a runner on first. And that's going to be a ball hit to LeMaster, and again drops it, and that's back-to-back errors on the shortstop, Johnny LeMaster. And here comes Big George Foster, who is 2 for 4. Pitch from Gary Lavelle. And that's a drive to right field, right center field. Over is Clark, and he puts it away for the out. So no runs, no hits, a couple of errors. And here comes the top of the 9th inning. Bill North is going to be leading off. So Lavelle went 1.2, and before that it was Griffin who went 2 innings. And for the Reds, Bear did well. He went 1, 2, 3 and 2/3 innings. And then Norman came in, and we're going to bring in Pedro Bourbon because I believe that he was one of their main. Actually, you know what? Bourbon is with the Giants. We're going to bring in Dave Tomlin to see if he can pick up. He's a lefty. That makes absolutely no difference in this game. Even though I think there is a special rule that if you bring in a pitcher from the same side as the batter, you get a bump for that one batter. Anyway, it's going to be Tomlin against North, Woodfield, and Madlock. .33, and that's going to be Tomlin's a B, and he's an 8, so it's going to be it's either a grounder to short or a fly out to center. Let me double check. It is going to be a fly out to center for out number 1. So Tomlin induces a fly out. And here's Terry Woodfield. .25, and that's going to be a drive. On the run is the center fielder Geronimo, and he tracks it down for out number 2. So it was a good move bringing in Tomlin. Now, I picked up this 1979 set. I think it's one of a handful of sets I picked up in one big box. There was a big lot selling on eBay. I think I paid $100, and I got at least, I think I got about 6 or 7 sets from it. I got a 38, a 22, I got a 79, I got a couple of, a handful. This is one of the ones that are remaining that I haven't sold. Here's Bill Madlock. Madlock today is 1 for 2 with a walk and a sac fly, a stolen base. Had a busy day, and it's a 41. That's bounced up the middle. Concepcion gets there, throws on the run. Ball game is over. The Reds win it. by a score of 6-5. The big hit was by Johnny Bench. The double by Johnny Bench driving in Dan Dreesen was the big hit. It was a fun game. App was a really fun game, easy to play. Just not enough pitching for me to really play it all the time. It's not a knock on the game. It's just like I just like more pitching levels, like the Master Game. But the Master Game I've had trouble with. So, but this is definitely a great game to have, to own. I enjoy it. That's a single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits for the Giants. And the Reds made a couple of errors, I'm noticing. And I'm also noticing that the Giants made 3 errors. So there was a lot of, this is like a dead ball era game. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. So let's do this. It's Cincinnati wins it 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. The Giants, actually, wait a second, no, the 3 errors are here. And the 2 errors are here. And so it's 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 5 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors for the Giants. They made a couple of the master errors, and they have a catcher error there. That's it. So this is game 2. And the first game, Seaver won it. I think it was like a crazy score. The first game, the Reds' final score was 10-1. Seaver won it. And this game was for, let's see, when they scored this run, so the bottom of the 7th, who was pitching up there? It was still Bear. Bear won it. Cool. All right. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group. I will see you guys very, very soon. I wish you the best. Take care.